One day you suddenly realize you don't react like you used to anymore. Messages feel exhausting, conversations feel fake, even the people you once cared about deeply now feel emotionally distant. And the strangest part is, you're not even sad about it anymore. It's like somewhere along the way, your mind quietly stopped expecting comfort from people. You still smile, you still talk, but deep inside, you've started disconnecting from almost everyone. The first sign you're becoming emotionally detached from everyone is that you stop explaining yourself, not because you have nothing to say, but because you're tired of feeling misunderstood. There was a time when you tried so hard to make people understand your intentions, your feelings, your silence, your pain. You over-explained because you cared. But after enough disappointment, something changes inside you. You realize that people often hear only what matches their own perspective. And slowly, you stop wasting emotional energy trying to be understood by people committed to misunderstanding you. So now, when something bothers you, you stay quiet. When someone judges you unfairly, you no longer fight to prove your heart. You simply pull away emotionally, not out of ego, but out of exhaustion. Because deep down, you've learned that peace feels better than emotional chaos. The second sign is that shallow conversations start draining you. Small talk begins to feel unbearable. You notice yourself zoning out while people gossip, complain, pretend, or repeat meaningless things every day. It's not that you hate people. It's that your mind no longer finds comfort in fake connection. You crave depth now, realness, silence with meaning, conversations that feel emotionally alive. And when you don't find that, your energy shuts down. You start spending more time alone because solitude feels less exhausting than constantly performing interest in conversations that leave you mentally empty. Sometimes you even feel guilty for it. You wonder why you can't socialize like before. But the truth is, emotional burnout changes the way your nervous system responds to people. After too much emotional overstimulation, your mind begins protecting itself from unnecessary noise. The third sign is that you stop chasing people. This one happens quietly too. One day, you realize you're always the one checking in, always the one trying, always the one carrying the emotional weight of relationships. And suddenly, you get tired. Not angry, just tired. So you stop forcing connections. You stop double texting. You stop begging for consistency. You stop trying to convince people to value you. And what hurts the most is realizing how many relationships disappear the moment you stop watering them alone. That realization changes you deeply, because it forces you to see who truly cared and who only enjoyed your emotional effort. After that, a part of you becomes emotionally independent. You begin understanding that loneliness hurts less than constantly feeling emotionally neglected around people. The fourth sign is emotional numbness, not complete emptiness, but reduced emotional reaction. Things that once upset you no longer affect you the same way. You don't get excited as easily. You don't argue as much. Even emotional pain starts feeling strangely muted. And honestly, this part can scare you, because you remember how deeply you used to feel everything. But emotional numbness is often the mind's response to emotional overload. When you spend too long carrying stress, disappointment, fake loyalty, emotional confusion, and silent heartbreaks, your emotions slowly stop reacting at full intensity. Your nervous system shifts into survival mode. You become emotionally quieter inside, not because you stopped caring completely, but because your mind is trying to protect you from feeling too much all the time. The fifth sign is that your alone time starts feeling safer than human connection. You begin finding peace in silence, in late-night walks, in headphones, in staying unavailable, in sitting alone with your thoughts instead of forcing yourself into crowded environments that leave you emotionally drained. And this is where many people misunderstand you. They think you became antisocial, cold, distant. But what they don't see is how emotionally tired you became from constantly absorbing everyone else's energy. Some people only contact you when they need emotional comfort. Some friendships feel transactional. Some conversations leave you feeling heavier instead of lighter. So your mind naturally begins associating solitude with emotional safety. And honestly, there's nothing wrong with that. Solitude becomes healing when the outside world starts feeling emotionally overwhelming. The sixth sign is that you become more aware of fake energy. You notice insincerity faster now, forced kindness, fake support, hidden competition, surface-level friendships. You start sensing when someone only talks to you out of convenience, boredom, or emotional dependency. And once your awareness sharpens like this, it becomes difficult to connect the same way again. Because self-awareness changes relationships. You can no longer ignore things your intuition clearly feels. You begin protecting your peace more seriously. You stop giving unlimited access to your energy. And yes, this can make you seem emotionally distant to people who benefited from your emotional availability before. But deep down, you finally understand something important. Not everyone deserves emotional closeness with you. Some people only knew how to take from you, not truly see you. And the final sign is that you secretly feel emotionally older than everyone around you. Life changed you. Pain matured you. Disappointment deepened your perspective. You no longer find excitement in the same things. You value calmness more than attention, peace more than popularity, genuine connection more than constant social interaction. And because of this, you sometimes feel disconnected from people your age, your environment, even your old self. It's like your inner world became quieter, heavier, wiser. You start realizing that emotional growth often feels lonely before it feels peaceful. Because not everyone evolves emotionally at the same pace. Some people stay addicted to noise, validation, and craving something deeper, something emotionally honest. And maybe that's why you've been pulling away lately. Not because you hate people, not because you've stopped loving, but because your soul became tired of emotional inconsistency, fake closeness, and carrying invisible emotional weight every single day. Sometimes emotional detachment is not the absence of feelings. It's the result of feeling too much for too long without enough understanding, safety, or peace in return. Your mind is not trying to destroy your connections. It's trying to protect your energy from constantly being exhausted by the wrong ones. So if you've been feeling distant lately, if conversations feel heavier, people feel louder, and solitude feels strangely comforting, maybe your mind isn't breaking. Maybe it's recovering. Maybe you're finally learning that protecting your peace is not selfish. Maybe you're realizing that emotional availability should be earned, not endlessly given away. And maybe this quiet distance you feel from the world is not emptiness at all. Maybe it's the beginning of finally coming back to yourself. Because sometimes, emotional detachment is not losing your heart. It's your heart finally getting tired of being handled carelessly.